Okay, hello everybody. Welcome to Korean Atlanta Mentorship. In this video, we're going to discuss and find out why the majority of first-time homebuyers regret it. More than 80%. Maybe the figure as high as 90. We'll do a Google search to find out about that. Now, one of the things that makes our group different from the majority of retail home purchasers is that we strive to buy homes at a discount because that's how we know where the money is made. It's not on the buy, it's not on the sell, but on when you buy the home. And one of the reasons why, as we do a deep dive into this discussion about why so many people regret it, is because they essentially overpaid. So first of all, let's do a quick Google search. How many how many first-time home buyers regret buying a home? And because I've done this search so many times, I know the answer. And take a look at this. The current cost of home ownership has a growing number of buyers regretting their decision, a recent survey said. About 93% of home buyers said they had regrets about purchasing a home in 2023, according to a survey by Clever Real Estate. That's a big number of home buyers. Okay, so let's just take a look at the article here. Majority of home buyers said they have regrets. Here's how lack of housing supply pushes some buyers to overspend. And look, it's in the title, overspend. That's pretty much the main regret. So if we scroll down here, about 93% of home buyers said they had regrets about purchasing a home in 2023. Much of the regret stemmed from overspending. Let me emphasize that again, overspending. And as real estate investors, especially as real estate investors, we cannot overpay for a home, right? So that's essentially rule number one. What's rule number one when it comes to real estate investing? Buy at a discount, right, to today's price. And maybe there's some exceptions to this, but as a pretty much general rule, you never really want to, you certainly don't want to overpay. You can maybe sometimes in certain situations buy at market price, but our number one goal that we want to achieve is that we buy at a discount. And as you can see here, they pretty much said, yeah, this is what the main regret is. So at the start of 2022, to buy a $500,000 home, assuming a 20% down payment, and the average at the time was 3.1%, was looking at a $1,700 monthly payment, which is pretty good monthly payment for a $500,000 home. But because the average American doesn't really look at, you know, they look at the monthly payment more than the total price. If you're been in any of our other videos, we all already know that if you have a 3.1% interest rate for 30 years, that's a $750,000 home because you're going to pay 50% interest at the end of the loan. Okay, back to my point. So in the beginning, in recent years, it was mostly a lower monthly payment because interest rates have gone so high and the price of the uh, homes are still high because of a lack of supply. A lot of people are overspending, and because they overspend, that's essentially where the regret comes from, right? And as real estate investors, we have to do the exact opposite of what most Americans are doing. We cannot overpay for homes. What's the number one rule? Buy at a discount. And how do we buy at a discount? Well, that's one of the things that we essentially teach you in our group. But the way that you buy at a discount is essentially we have to help other people who are in distress. Homes that are not perfect, they can't be sold for full retail value, and we have to go out and find people, homeowners who need help, whether it's people in foreclosure, people who maybe have inherited a home that's ugly and it was from an older relative. So there's many situations where you would find homes at a discount, although they're not the majority of the homes, but that's the homes that we're looking for, right? But here's the funny thing. Americans are their own worst enemy, or people in general, because it says right here, new buyers were 1% more likely to pay above the average asking price compared to last year, right? Meanwhile, repeat buyers were only 70% more likely to do the same. So there's a good number of people who are willing to overpay. And that's why I emphasize, like, that's what makes us different, because we're going to essentially brainwash you. And I'm going to make many, 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 many videos about how you don't overpay for real estate. If a home is $300,000, most likely you probably need it at a $200,000 price. And if a home is $250,000, you probably need a $150,000 price. Now, it depends on the situation. Obviously, we're going to do the right calculations to figure out what price we need it at in order for us to make a profit. But the most important thing is that we never, ever, 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 I'm going to repeat this over and over again, we never overpay. And as you can see, that's the source. The biggest source of regret is that people overpaid, right? Overspend. That's the key word, overpaid. Do not overpay. And if you don't overpay, you'll be pretty much be okay. 99% will be okay. All right. All right. So this is Korean Atlanta mentorship. If you have any questions or comments, please leave them down below. If you're interested in joining our group and learning the ways of not how to overpay for real estate, learning about real estate investing and entrepreneurship, go ahead and click the Google form link below, or you can email us by finding our email address in the about page of the YouTube channel and say, hey, I'm interested in joining, and then we'll give you we'll reply to you back and set up a time to meet on a Zoom call and see if you're a good fit. All right. Have a great day, everybody, and we will speak next time.